All right, I think we are live. Okay. All right. Welcome, Sapien community, to the October Sapien AMA. I'm Ankit.
I'm Rob.
I'm Lynn.
Very special guest Lynn here today, compliance at Sapien. So let's get started with some of the questions that you guys have posted on the website. But before we actually dive into the questions, maybe just like an overview of where we are with Sapien. It's been an extremely exciting past few months. We've been doing a ton of enhancements to the platform. We recently released our October update where the platform performance was drastically improved. And as always, we're looking to collect community feedback, get a feel for what you guys think about the platform, and continuing to iterate and build the best Web3 social experience possible. So let's get started. So one of the first questions was the information on Sapien.network still relevant? I think some of the concerns were around the roadmap, which is something that we know that we still need to update. A lot of the statistics and points around users, posts, comments, the staked SPN are still valid. They're being updated on a 24-hour basis. So just keep checking the site and you'll get the latest statistics from there. With regards to the roadmap, we're constantly listening to user feedback, trying to figure out what's the best direction to go in. And we really do appreciate all of your guys' involvement in helping us shape the roadmap. Again, we are striving to build what the user base wants to the extent that we can build some of these things. Question number 2. How does the team determine what posts adhere to Sapien's legal and ethical guidelines? I think I can get started with this and then pass it off to you, Lynn. But our core values have always been around free speech, democratization, and privacy. So we try to evaluate all these posts, at least through our core values. And we really do want to give the power to the community to help us navigate through these issues. And yeah, maybe Lynn, you want to?
Yeah, and I think there's also the charging and other things that users can do in order to decide what content they would like to see more of or less of. But it really is in terms of ethics and core values, in terms of the site, that is the user base, being very, very democratized in order to make those decisions. However, on the other side, if there's any activity that is deemed to be suspicious or potentially illegal or unlawful in regards to US law, that is where Sapien is headquartered, then that obviously is not allowed on the site. And we put it in our terms of use, we do try to monitor it as best we can, but we also really rely on the user base as well to get involved. And if you see anything that you might feel is suspicious or really falls into some of these categories and maybe should be brought to Sapien's attention, please do so immediately as soon as you see that type of activity. But also in regards to Sapien's values, we are working on developing a code of conduct which really has what Sapien's principles are, what their visions are, what their values are, and when that code of conduct is finalized, that will be made public.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, that's the upcoming roadmap for us there. Question number 3, is the Sapien team following the laws of USA?
Okay, yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Since Sapien is headquartered in the US, we do follow the laws of the country that we are headquartered and based in. But also in terms of compliance, such as privacy policies, we do try to follow the regulations and other requirements that are best practices, or also some guidelines that we may follow, even though, like, for example, GDPR is more of a EU-based policy. We do fall under that because some of the users may be based within the EU. And then also we do take a look at what we consider best practices in terms of regulatory requirements and try to adhere to those as well.
Right, absolutely. That's something that we're really on top of. I know I can't say the same for a lot of the other projects in this space, but this is something that we take very seriously at Sapien. So some of you had a question around the marketing efforts that Sapien is taking. This is the sort of where we are with our project right now. We've begun to ramp up our marketing efforts, in the next few months and early next year. That's going to be one of our main focus. Something like this AMA, for example, we're going to start doing these on a monthly basis, just so we can answer some of the community's questions. Another more specific marketing initiative that we're taking later this month is a article contest, which will start in about 2 weeks, give or take. And this should help us get a lot more engagement on Sapien and increase some of the users, hopefully. So in addition to that, we're doing tons of typical marketing activities. We're talking to potential partners and just exploring collaboration. This field is just so vibrant, so we're constantly getting a sense of what's hot in the field and seeing how we can incorporate some of this really cool technology into Sapien. But yeah, everything in the marketing front is to increase awareness, increase visibility for the project, and that's where we're heading over the next short-term, mid-term roadmap. Question 5, this one's for Rob.
Mm-hmm.
How is the team policing the posts and tribes and comments?
So as Lynn was just saying, we are based in the USA, so we're actively removing any content that we identify to be in violation of US law. And beyond that, we sort of want to leave it up to the community. So we have tribe tools that allow anyone to report content within a tribe, which will notify the moderators of the tribe, and they can deal with that content however they see fit. And we're continuing to evaluate how we can improve that system and make it an easier experience to moderate your communities.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. This is so fundamental to what we want to build at Sapien, to give the communities the tools to self-govern, to self-moderate, and in terms of blockchain social networks, we're one of the more advanced platforms out here with respect. You can go on right now and in tribes, if you can get any reports, you can decide how you want to handle a post or a comment. So everything is about giving the tribes the tools to self-moderate. So this one's a tricky question, but we wanted to include in the AMA just so we can show you guys we're not really ignoring any of your guys' questions.
And we also have some questions that have just been raised in regards to it as well.
Right. So question number 6, why does the Sapien team believe that the Sapien token is not gaining in value? Okay, so this is a tricky one, right?
Yeah.
But from a high level,
I was just going to say from a high level, first off, Sapien is a utility token. It's a clearly defined utility token. And the value of any utility token is basically an economic value. It's what the market places on it for the underlying service that token is representative of, in this case, use on the Sapien platform. But it's really in regards to anything, it's how the market determines value or what value should be, which can be a whole other discussion. But I think that Ankit can start talking about how there's certain enhancements or other things that are being planned.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the right way to approach this question, right? What our priority is to build that best social platform, and Sapien is the utility token for that. So we can continue to make enhancements on the platform that improve the utility, improve have a deeper and deeper integration between the two. And then, as Lynn said, everything sort of comes down to the market. That's the sort of beauty in all of this, right? There's the demand side, supply side. These aren't things that we control, right? And if we did control that, that's market manipulation, and that's completely legal, right? So, again, we take compliance very seriously. We take these things. We do want to do this the right way, build a sustainable token economy that really does reflect the value of the network, and that's what we intend to do. And this is a question on a specific feature request on Sapien. Is there plans to insert the following tabs so users know who they are following?
Yeah, so this is something that we realize is very useful, and we're currently identifying how to fit this into our development roadmap.
Exactly, and as always, we absolutely love feedback from the community, whether it's respect to certain features, enhancements. We're always active in the feedback tribe. Question number 8: will you be adding ads soon? I read people who get hold will get a piece of the ad revenue. Okay, so this is a question around the advertisement platform that we have in our roadmap. This is one of those features that does make the most sense with the larger user base, because advertisers, they are looking for a ton of eyeballs. That's how they sort of measure their impressions. And for us to go on this endeavor to build out the ad platform, it makes sense once we start ramping up our user base in the hopefully upcoming months. But it is a feature that we have been thinking about, planning. There's some very exciting projects in this space like Brave that are really demonstrating the capabilities of the attention economy. So we're just keeping an eye on them. But we are thinking about how we can sort of empower tribes to show their own ads or sponsorships and give that revenue to the tribe creators. But this is something that it's an idea formation. And as we get more details, we will definitely share it. And question 9: where do you see Sapien next year? Again, one of our main goals is to be one of the most prominent Ethereum-based social networks. Already, we're one of the largest Ethereum social networks out there, and we plan to continue to enhance our platform so we can be the best in the space. We are a platform for the users. That's always been our top priority, and we will continue to do that over the next year. And obviously, we'd love to get there as soon as possible, but everything takes time. We're dealing with very complex software, and we're continuing to operationally enhance. We're looking to improve our development efficiencies, and just build the best team that we can to deliver on this vision. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I'm just seeing some comments coming through that I just thought that I would like to speak about. As I said, that there just seems to be continuing confusion regarding ICOs in general. And I'm not speaking about being on the compliance side. I am not talking right now in regards to Sapien only. I'm talking about in regards to ICOs overall, and what they are, what they represent, what is to be expected or not expected. And for the people who are interested in understanding a little bit more or having your questions answered in regards to ICOs in general, you can just please feel free to contact me. I think my contact information is on Sapien, or just send a general message to Sapien if you would like to have your questions answered around that, and I'd be more than happy to discuss that with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're completely transparent with all these things. We're happy to share what we can with the community. Cool. Anything else you want to plug in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So again, we're super excited to start this monthly AMA with the community hopefully, we continue to get more engagement, and we had tons of great questions. So thank you for submitting these on the website, and we look forward to seeing everyone on the Sapien platform. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.